it's Sam. I wanted to jump on with a different type of video for you today. So this is my first ever process video. I wanted to share with you how I set up my Daisy Dori for the month. So I'm hoping you've seen last month's flip through, but I just wanted to show you how I did it really and see if I could maybe give you a bit of inspiration. So the first thing I do when I get my dories is I take the staples out and stitch the pages. Now, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube before I even subscribed to Coco Daisy or got my first one that said if you plan on doing it quite bulky and adding a lot of stuff to it, that they can be, the pages can come a little loose. So I just stitch mine. I've just done it from the beginning, just on other people's advice. So I've never tried it without. You might be fine with staples, but I just prefer the stitching. So as you seen a minute ago, I just picked out the threads that match the kit, so I'll be using those. And one of the joys about doing this is that you can add extra bits in. So last month I added the acetate in, and I'm just seeing now if that works for this month, but because of the text it kind of overhangs a bit in a bit of a weird way. As you can see there, it doesn't really work. The bird looks gorgeous but the text doesn't, so I can't do that this month. But normally you can add in the acetate, or you could add in watercolour pages, or absolutely anything you want, even some of the dashboards maybe, or some of the papers, just for extra pages. It just gives you a lot of flexibility to really kind of customise it before you stitch it all together. So like I said, I've just picked out a pink, a blue and a green thread because that's the colours of this month's kit, which are absolutely gorgeous. And last month I did 2 threads, but I still found by the end of the month that my pages were a bit loose. They weren't coming apart, they were just moving a little bit. So I just thought I'll try an extra thread this month and see if it's a bit more secure. And obviously once I put it through the needle, as I'm about to do, there we go, I double it up, so it actually is 6 threads. Last month was 4, so I'm hoping that this is pretty secure this month. I'll let you know how I get on at the end of the month. So I'm just tying a knot in the bottom of it. So like I said, it's doubled up to 6 threads. And I just leave a little bit of a tail that I can cut off at the end. So just making sure that they're all held together. And I did last time use bulldog clips to hold it together. And I'm just making some extra holes in the middle. You obviously get the holes that the staples are in, so you've got 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, but I just wanted some extra ones in the middle, so I've just punched another 4 holes through all the card. And I use my thimble because it does hurt your finger a little bit. So I've just started at the bottom and I just work all the way up to the top and then back down again. And I'm sure you all know how to sew. It's very straightforward. In and out and you're done. So I've just, like I said, made some extra holes in the middle just to go back through. So I'm hoping, I think last month I made 2 extra holes in the middle and this month I've done 4. So I'm hoping with a few extra holes and a bit extra thread that it's a little bit more secure this month. So you can see I've got to the top now, I've just turned around and come back down, but coming back down the opposite way. So you can see there I'm going back kind of out the holes I went in and vice versa, just to make sure it's really secure. And when I get back down to the bottom, as you can see I've speeded this up a bit, I just tie it off. And I pull it back through to the back and just loop it through that last stitch and just tie a knot, which I do twice. You probably don't need twice, I just want it to be really secure. And then I just snip that first tail off and cut the second one. And that's it, done. So it's really, really secure. It's all well and truly held in place. And then I just use the washi tape to cover it up. You could leave the stitching if you wanted to. You could put charms on it or do anything like that, but I just like to cover it up. And I'm really weird with this washi tape. I don't know why they've done this to me, putting text on it, but I have to have it starting on the Monday. Why? I don't know why. Look, the Monday has to be at the top. And it's the same when I flip it over, which means that I have to be the Monday, which means I get a little bit of spare at the bottom. Just tucking that tail in there. Get a little bit of spare waist washi at the bottom, but I'd rather have the little waist bit than not start on the Monday. So there we go. So that's all neat. So I just press it down, and it is a bit chunky, that stitching, so it just needs a bit of a fold. And that's it, done. So it's covered all the threads and it's all held in extra secure, so I don't need to worry about it. So now I'm just having a look through the dashboards kit just to see what I want to do for front cover. And I just like having the month right on the front there. So I've picked that September one, but it's quite plain. The rest of it's like this green. There is a pattern to it which isn't showing on the camera, but it's very faint. So it's quite a simple card, and I just wanted to add a bit more detail. So I'm just double-sided taping that down, and that works fine for the craft cover. It sticks really well. I don't need any sort of wet glue or anything. So I'm just sticking that on. And I just decided to use the smaller acetate that comes in the acetate kit just as a bit of extra detail on the top. I just love that typewriter, and the September fits perfectly. It's almost made for it. So I'm just debating how to fix it, because obviously you can see any glue that you put through that. And I just decided to use my stapler because it's got all that kind of rough stamping on it anyway. So I don't mind that you can see the staples. Obviously my stapler didn't reach then, so I had to go in from the side. But that far left corner, I can use a bit of double-sided tape because the black ink you can't see through anyway, so that works really well. And then I think I just missed a corner. There we go. So just staple the top one. So that's perfect. And it just needed a little bit more detail at the bottom because it's just a little bit plain at the bottom of the front cover there. So I just decided to use the extra washi tape that I got. I can't remember which is which, but you get one washi in the main kit and then one in the planner add-on. So I just use that as a bit more detail across the bottom. And I'm just having a look on my sticker sheets to see if I can add anything else. There's just a little bit of a blank bit with that where the green card kind of sticks out at the bottom. So I found this little red sticker that says September 2017. So I thought that would just be perfect for a little bit of detail. So that's my cover done. Now on the inside, I always like to add a little pocket. So I'm just looking through the papers to see which one would work best, which one I fancy. And I picked this one, which is all the colours of the kit, and it's kind of got a stitched pattern to it. So the papers are already 6 inches wide, so I decided to go for 6-inch length and make obviously a square for my envelope. So that's as big as I can do it on those papers anyway. And then I just use my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board and just score that all the way around. It's really good quality paper. You can see I'm struggling to punch it. It's that thick. I have to kind of lean on it. And obviously because I'm filming, I can't get my weight on top of it the same way. I've kind of got to reach out a little bit. So I managed to cut that out anyways, the little envelope. And then I just seal it all shut. It's gorgeous little paper. And you'll see, hopefully you've seen last month's setup or flip through videos, so you might have seen what I'm going to do with these, but if not, this envelope actually serves 2 purposes, which is awesome. So I make the most of having some of the paper. I have to say the paper in the kit's the only thing I struggle with how to use, to be honest. I think I get quite a lot, which is awesome, but I don't use it so much in the Daisy Dori. So I just cut the top corner off that envelope, and I use the bigger piece as a little pocket inside my cover, and I use the smaller piece as a bookmark. So like I said, really make the most of that bit of paper. So from a 6-inch square, I've got two uses, which is fab. So for my bookmark, I'm just looking to see what I've got to decorate it with. And I've got these gorgeous stickers, and there's one that says spread your wings, and it's quite a big sticker, so I think that works perfectly. It's got a little bird on it as well, and tuck his wing round. And it doesn't really show up on the camera very well, but I promise in real life that stands out really nicely, and it's got gorgeous text on it. So I absolutely love the bookmarks, and they're really handy, but they're so pretty as well. Just added a little arrow to it, and that's it, done. So I'm happy with that. So now I've just got to add the inside one. And I just use this, if that 6-inch square fits those, if I make the envelope from a 6-inch square, it fits those notepad pages perfectly. So I just tear off a chunk of those and put those in. And then I just use some of the post-it notes above it. So I kind of use this inside cover as just a place to store my notes. So if I'm out and about, I've got bits of spare paper and notes to use. So there you go. And then just double-sided tape again. Like I said, it sticks really nicely to the craft cover, so I don't need to use anything else. And again, just pull off some of those post-its. And I just glue the bottom of the bottom one down onto the page. And I don't mind that. If I run out of post-its when I'm out and about, I can always just pull some more off the pad and add them to the top. I know that the bottom one obviously won't come off now because it's glued, but I don't mind that staying on there as decoration if I've used all the post-its, that's fine. And I just find this sticker that says keeping notes, which is obviously perfect for that page. And then there's one of the tab stickers as well, also says notes, so I just decided to add that to one of the little die cut tabs, one of the smaller ones, and just sort of put that on the edge of the pocket just as a bit of detail. So I just use my double-sided tape, which is a little bit big. I can kind of fold it in and make it fit, and just add that little tab. There we go. That's all done. So just a little bit of detail. I can, if I've got spare stickers at the end of the month, I might add some more. So now I'm just having a look at this page. I use this page, that sticker says month at a glance, and I just use this page as a kind of a word of the day. So it is a month at a glance, but I just pick a word that sums up the day and use that on that first page. Now the next thing I want to look at doing is the tabs down the side of the Dori. So I'm just laying out all of the die cut tabs and seeing which one I want to use. And that one says currently and right now. And I have a currently page at the front of the Dori, so I've just put that to one side to use on the actual page rather than as a side tab. And I'm just using my sellotape as a little resting post, but I'm just pulling off from the tab stickers the tabs that I want to use. So the sections I've got a Hello September, Daily To Do, Meal Plan, And then the back two sections of my Dory, I use a Dear Diary, and I have like a scrapbooking memory keeping section. So there isn't kind of titles for that on the sticker sheet. So I just use 2 of the blank ones and write that in myself. So I'm just picking now which tabs go with which sticker. And you can see there, that's one of the blank ones. I think I use that for my Dear Diary section at the end. But I just write that in. I was just debating whether to stick it on because it covers that bird's pretty tail up, but I decided to go with it. And there's my meal planning one. So now I've got my tabs. So I'm just putting the tabs at the top. I always start with the top one and the bottom one, and then I kind of get stuck. I don't know if anyone else is the same as me, but I find them really difficult to get in the right location. If anyone's got any hints and tips for this, please let me know, because I spend hours lining these up. And the joys of recording, obviously I can cut out the 4 hours that I fight with tabs, so it looks like I get this done in one shot and it's fine, but I really don't. So the top one is easy because that lines up with the top of the page. You know, I can manage that. And then I always go to the bottom one at the back of the Dory. Should, again, just line up with the bottom. That should be really straightforward. But apparently I can't manage that either. So this section is my scrapbooking section, so it's one of the blank tabs that I'll fill in myself. And I just use double-sided tape and fold that over. See, I'm struggling with it, and I don't manage it. There's a bit of paper sticking out the corner, so I've just got to snip that off. I really do struggle with these tabs. There must be a knack to it, there's got to be. Maybe I just need practice. And then I always go to the middle page, which is my meal plan. So I add that tab next because I figure the middle should be the next easiest thing to do. So I just add that one in, and I do have to keep flipping forward and back to make sure it is in the middle. And then the next 2, I mean, those first 3 aren't too bad. The next 2 I can never get in. Like I said, I've managed to cut out a lot of me fighting with this one, but I must have peeled it off and repositioned it about 4 times because I can't see. There you go. See, it's on. It looks like I did that first time, and it's right in the middle. But to get it in the middle of that first and third tab when you can't see both of those when you're doing it is really difficult. And it's the same with this 4th one. It's another blank tag that I'm going to write on myself. You'll see me do that later in the video. And it is a nightmare just to line them up. So any hints and tips? There you go. Look, I did it in one go. No problems. I didn't. Any hints and tips, welcome. And my little bookmark fits perfectly. So that's all that setup done. So now I can go through and do the fun bit and decorate the pages. So the first page, like I said, I use as my kind of currently's page on the left-hand side. And on my right-hand side, it's September goals and kind of aims and ambitions and dreams and whatever I want to achieve this month. So I'm just going through now with the weeks. And this month started on a Friday. Started on Friday. So I use this first section with the gridded paper as a daily tracker and kind of to-do list. So the first sections on the left-hand side, that would be my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The top of the right paper would be Thursday, but like I said, the month started on Friday. So I just kind of put a line with the washi of where the month starts, and I've just got Hello September there. So I'll find some way of filling the other page, but I've just got that weekend for that. And I just use the Friday, Saturday, Sunday vertical washi that you can see me cutting now to divide up that last box, because I divide that up for Saturday and Sunday, so I get a week on a page. And I just use the little weekend stickers on the top. And I have to say that washi is really annoying me because I want, on this spread, for example, it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where the weekend is, which is just upsetting me. It didn't upset me when I was doing it, but now watching it back on the video, it is really upsetting me. So I might have to go through and change it, but that would mean I'd have to cut up the washi and kind of have Monday to Thursday sat to one side and just cut out all the Friday, Saturday, Sunday ones. So I'll see. I want to, but I don't want to waste washi either, so we'll see. So I'm just going through with all these little banner dates. And you can see on this spread, I've put them to the outside of the pages with the little days of the week underneath. But on this spread, I'm going to go on the inside. And that's just because that little goodness me, that little phone is in the way on the left-hand side. So I've gone to the middle. And on the right-hand spread as well, where it's got call would be in the way. So I've just gone to the middle. And I really don't mind, as long as they're all on there and it's fine. I don't mind whether each page looks the same. So you can see I'm just dividing the weekend up again and using one of those weekend stickers. And then just going back with the days of the week as well. So I'll make each section different and decorate it differently. So I don't mind if all the flags are different on each page. It really doesn't bother me at all. You could do them the same if you want. Obviously it would cover up some of the decoration on this page. but that's completely up to you. I don't really mind. So just filling in the weekend, and that's that done. So on this page you can see there's no kind of nothing blocking the top, so I can put the stickers where I want. Again, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the weekend. That really didn't bother me when I was doing it, and now it's really annoying me. I might have to go back and change it. It's every other week because that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and half a Thursday. So when I come to the next week, it'll be the Friday, Saturday and Sunday that I'm up to on the washi tape roll anyway, so that works. So it's only every other week that's going to annoy me. So on this page I've decided to do the flags down the centre again. I think that's because under my hand, my left hand, there's kind of an ink splatter kind of detail, and I think the flags would sit over that, so I've decided to go in the middle. Like I said, I'm really not kind of fussed about which direction I take it in, as long as they're all on there. I'll decorate them all different anyway. So just filling all these little tags in. And I really love these planner pages and the to-do lists, and obviously I can plan in advance a little bit, which is awesome. I think this is the last week. This is the last week, and this week really upset me. Oh, the washi's better though, look, because that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday washi, which works for the weekend. But what doesn't work for the weekend is that Cocoa Daisy, as you'll see in a minute, I'll start pointing and getting mad. So I'm up to the 27th, 28th, come on Sam, 29th, 30th. That is the end of the month. Cocoa Daisy have given me a 31. 31! There is no 31 in September. And I very nearly gave myself an extra day, which has confused me completely. I had to do the little rhyme in my head, the 30 days of September, and I was kind of not sure whether I was wrong or right, and yeah, but I was thinking, no, I'm definitely right, but I can't imagine they would be wrong. So now I have an annoying sticker, because I'm determined to use all my stickers, so now I have to find some way of using a 31 banner sticker. So conveniently, I turned 31 this year. I turned 31 in July, so not that I should give my age away, but I'm hoping that there must be some way that I can use that banner, because I can't have one sticker left on my sticker sheet. Oh, anyway, I'm up to the middle of my dory now, so I use this for my meal planning, and as you can see, I've used one of the dashboards just as a tip-in. So the way I do that is I get some double-sided and stick it down with that first, and then just go over the top with washi just as a decorative kind of element on the top, and just have my little tip in, and then I just cover the inside as well with washi just to kind of protect that edge a little bit and make it a bit pretty. And then I just add some post-it notes. So like I said, this is my meal planner stroke tracker, and I just add in some little some notes pages that I can tear off and use for my meal planning. So when I'm meal planning, I can write a little shopping list on there and notes or recipes or anything like that, and tear those off as I need them. So I'm just adding on the left hand side that says tea time, and then I add lunches or dinners on the right. So in our house it's dinner and tea or lunch, but yeah, dinner is the middle of the day, not the evening, that's tea, which causes lots of arguments, but that's how it is in my house, so that's how it is in my dory. And then I'm just using these gorgeous Pen Gems pen to write the dates down the side. I haven't had a Pen Gems pen before, and I absolutely love it. It's absolutely gorgeous to write with, and I've heard you can change the insides, the insert in them, so I might try that and have a look on the website, see what I can get. So I'm just adding a little tab to the tip-in that just says groceries. There's a little sticker from the sticker sheet that says groceries, so that worked out well. And obviously it just works as a little tab to open that tip-in as well. And there's my little double-sided tape on the back of the tab. Now, I really need to get some skinny double-sided, because it just doesn't fit and I have to fold it down and it ends up really thick and bulky. So there we go, added that little tab. And then on the inside, I've also found a little sticker that says to buy, so that worked out well as well. And then I think I add another little star, yeah. So that's perfect. So that's my tip-in done for my meal planning, all sorted. Now this next section I use as a Dear Diary. So I'm just writing on that tab there. Like I said, it didn't have that one as a sticker, so I'm just writing it on. And these are the stickers from the planner add-on kit that I get. So I get an extra set of the numbers, which also goes to 31, I have to say. Really bad, very annoying, but there we go. And in this section, I use it as, like I said, a Dear Diary. So I use it as a journal at the end of every day, just to record how I'm feeling, what's happening, what's going on. So I've just added that sticker that says write it down, which I thought was perfect. And I'm just adding each of the days of the week. And for this section, I don't split a box for Saturday and Sunday. I leave a full box each, which means that I don't get a week on a view. But I really don't mind for this, because when you look at it, you don't really need to know what day of the week it was. I tend to write, when I'm writing, I'll write Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it is. But you don't really need that the same way as when I'm doing the planning at the beginning of the Dory. I kind of need to know what day of the week I'm on, just at a glance, and I don't really need that here. And again, the same as the front, I don't mind whether these numbers go in the middle or at the edge. It just depends on what the decoration on the page of the Dory is. So you can see on that one, there's decoration at the edge. So I've gone in the middle, and this one I might go on the edge. Where am I going to go? Yeah, on the edge. So it really doesn't matter. I don't mind at all. I'll just go with the flow. And I don't tend to decorate these pages as much, to be honest. I might put the odd sticker in, but I just fill it with journaling. I always have too much to say and too much going on. There we go, trying to decide which side, because they both had little ink splatters on that one then, so I was just trying to decide where to put the stickers. So I decided to go around the edges. Oh, and then on that page down the centre, see? Just wherever I fancy. A 31. No more 31s. So that's the last page, which is kind of I usually do an overview of the month at the end. So I've just added that big September sticker, and that'll be kind of my highs and lows and highlights of the month. And then on the back, there's always a big circle sticker. So I like to put that on the back cover. And that's that done. So perfect. So that's my Dory finished. So the only other bits that I do is some kind of practical bits. So I staple the two cards you get in the planner add-on together to make a little pinch bookmark, which I find really handy. I use that because I flick from, so on any particular day, I'll be working on 2 pages of the Dory usually. I'll be working on the planner at the front and the journal at the back. So I just use that pinch bookmark to flick between the two. And then the last thing I do as my setup is just make these gorgeous little puffy paper clips. And they're just so pretty, the birds. And you just sort of fold the sticker through and line them up. And then I just straighten up the paper clip. And I absolutely love these. They're just gorgeous. And the texture's beautiful as well. It's a really soft, puffy sticker. So they're all set up, ready to go. So that's me done. You can see that's my Dory done. And I'm just going to line up, as I said. So I have the front, there we go, the first there. And the first there, and I just pinch them together so that on the first I'm ready to go. I've got my bookmarks aligned up on the top, ready to go as well. Put one down the side, and then my bookmark on the top corner, and that's me ready. So now I can actually write in it and play with it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Bye.